These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Washington football team. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. A gain of 3, second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. And he is the NFC rating offensive player of the week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has to have the same type of a game. That means being explosive off the line of scrimmage and catching everything that comes his way.
They'll contain him to just 4, second down.
At the 42-yard line.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 17-yard line.
Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now a handoff here to his running back. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Watch the run. Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Mike 5-4.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
From the gun, it's Haskins. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
On second down, it's Gibson. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins. Going for Boykin, but it is intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
They'll take over first down.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
On first down, Banks is going to let this one go deep. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Vikings.
Number 85.
A big play there. Standing alone with a new NFL record 32nd touchdown. And the Vikings have taken a first quarter lead. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead.
Score Vikings 7. Washington, nothing.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Washington takes over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start first and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Extra point.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. From the gun, Banks. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Well, this is the reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Runs like that might get him another award.
Yeah, thunderbolt right out of the gate, huh? How about that, hitting the defense hard early? And, of course, carrying the momentum from last week into this week's game.
Touchdown, Vikings! Dalvin Cook with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Vikings 14, Washington 7.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Looking to throw. Banks. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Irv Smith Jr. with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And it's now 21-7. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
The drive starts with a completion left side. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that
one. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Haskins out of the gun. That'll be caught. It's Steven Sims. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, Haskins. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. To throw on third down, Haskins. And he finds McLaurin. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 32-yard line. That gain on third down, good for 28.
32-yard line.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Now Haskins to throw it. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
Check right 54. Right 54. Rip left.
From the gun, Haskins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Robert Tonyan, his first touchdown on the year. And Washington able to make this a close game again. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to drop those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough, they couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. Taken in at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Chase Young make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Banks. Open here, Adam Thielen. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
It's a gain of 13, but it brings
on 3rd down. Banks. And he finds Cook. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46.
Dalvin Cook,
they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
46-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Montez Sweat has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks.
And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
At the 19-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and
coming up on a 2nd and 6.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
For Minnesota.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Check. Watch 54. Watch the curve. Mike's 54. You ain't.
Haskins will throw. Open man here. Sims complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
At the 49-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Gibson, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Darren Lee.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Check 26.
From midfield now, Haskins. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 36.
Washington.
They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Haskins. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
They'll run with a former Viking, Cordero Patterson, and he won't get much, or maybe a couple, down inside the 35 and the 34. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Haskins. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They'll try the left side. It's Gibson. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 14. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Running the sweep with McLaurin. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. Hopkins with the extra point, and we are tied at 21. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 22 and a first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
To throw on 2nd down. Banks. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 40. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. Cook. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
But I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them And do I have enough confidence to make a play?
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They run it again with Cook. Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play, and it'll give them a fresh set of downs. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Throwing on first down. Banks. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
To number 33.
Dalvin Cook with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Vikings are going to take the lead. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
Vikings 28. Washington 21. Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
And to give this time to the tailback.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now it's 2nd and 9.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Check, right 54. Right 54. Check. Right there, 54, right there, 54.
From the gun, Haskins taken in by Sprinkle, a little pitch and catch. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
To Jeremy Sprinkle.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Washington on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Record. Hey, watch hands. Check.
Operating from the gun. Haskins. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now Haskins on first down. Got a man. It's Patterson complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A gain of 9.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. You. Tight dog.
Patterson on the draw play. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And just like that, it's third down.
Check. Watch 54. You know. Mike's 54.
From the gun, Haskins. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Hopkins' kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Past midfield, look out. Still going past the 30.
Let's get that swagger,
and he'll
y'all.
bring it back all the way.
Touchdown, Minnesota.
A big-time special teams play here in the fourth quarter to extend their lead.
And coaches preach it all the time. If you can score on special teams, your chances of winning the game really jump up in a big way. Now, I'll let our analytics friends quantify it and give us the exact numbers, but that's what coaches talk about all the time, that extra momentum, that extra bounce you get from a special team score.
I don't have any analytics friends. Those are your friends.
I'll claim them.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder.
He's got a man complete. Yeah, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards.
10 at the 39-yard line.
Check. Fresno. 54's Mike. Check.
Operating from the gun, Haskins. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A gain of 9.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
To throw again on 2nd down. Haskins. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Haskins going to throw again to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. To throw again. Haskins. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Miles Boykin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
He sets to fire deep. This is caught at the 20. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 56 yards.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
Looking to throw again on second down. Haskins, the throw taken in by Sims. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch.
From the gun, Haskins. This one left side caught by Patterson. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Check right 54. Right 54. All day, dog. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
Haskins back to the air. And yet again, Haskins is intercepted. 3rd time. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. 20. There he goes left side.
That's all you got?
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Vikings, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for Washington, they go down to defeat for just the 2nd time in 11 games so far. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.